Once upon a time, Rob Harris and Teresa McLeod are piecing together the perfect little family.
They were happy, hugging, kissing all the time.
Her wedding was going to be a big, all-out, blown-out wedding.
But their plans are laid to rest by a bullet one cold January night.
That's when he noticed an individual coming out of the darkness.
I just remember my grandmother going hysterical, just crying so loud.
In my mind, it's just swarming. Don't know what's going to come next.
For this couple, the honeymoon is over. Teresa McLeod is radiant as she models her wedding dress for her mom, best friend, and future in-laws. The bubbly 27-year-old's first marriage didn't work out, but she learned her lesson, grew, and moved on. And now, with her engagement to Rob Harris, she's marrying into a great family.
We were really close. All of us got close together, Thanksgiving dinners, we were one place or the other.
Marriage is something interesting. It is an institution that bridges two families. She liked his family. She liked the bridge that was being created. This was all security, and it felt good to Teresa.
Everyone's so excited, especially seeing her in that dress. It's all going to be perfect.
I'm gonna get it.
Teresa was, everything was always the biggest, the best. Her wedding was going to be a big, all-out, blown-out wedding.
So keep both hands on the wheel. Mm-hmm. Good.
Rob Harris is the one who'll make it happen. Tall and handsome, the 23-year-old is the strong, quiet type.
Good. Right there.
The pair both grew up by the Chesapeake Bay, and now they're ready to get hitched in the little waterfront town of Pasadena, Maryland, just outside Baltimore. But before the wedding bells can sound, a quiet night echoes with gunshots. And police respond to a call about a double shooting. The scene is a small parking lot in Baltimore, surrounded by a ball field, a cemetery, and a sleepy neighborhood.
A violent crime almost does not exist in this neighborhood.
Except, perhaps, tonight.
All right, what's going on? Come here. We got 2 gunshot victims. We got a male.
The victims? The 2 young lovers.
Excuse me, what's your name, sir?
Robert Harris is in pain and in shock, shot once in the leg. He says a man with a gun came out of nowhere, demanded their valuables, and started shooting.
And then he shot Teresa.
Teresa McLeod has been shot multiple times, in the hand and back. How could this couple be in their safe, middle-class bubble one moment and a world of pain the next? Teresa and her brother Ronald grew up without a father, but with a loving mom in the Baltimore suburbs. In 1986, she falls for a charming ironworker and gets pregnant. But things start to go bad before she even walks down the aisle.
My sister had arrived at the church, went to get out of the car, and closed her hand in the car door, and it was her ring finger.
The bride's hand is so swollen, the groom can't even get the ring on.
Everybody says that was a sign right there, not to go through with it.
It turns out he's unfaithful, so Teresa divorces him, and in 1988 takes her little boy Ricky back home to Grandma. She's determined to make a new life for herself and her son.
Ricky definitely was the love of Teresa's life for me. He could do no wrong.
I love you.
I love you too.
And he was a very good, well-mannered little boy. But he was definitely the love of Teresa's life.
Teresa puts in long hours as a doctor's office manager while studying to be a licensed practical nurse.
My mother was a very hard worker. I remember coming home from school and her having her head in the books.
It's tough, but it's worth it.
Mothers are superheroes, and they will do whatever it takes to see a better outcome for their children, and definitely Teresa was one of those mothers, because she'd been raised by a single mother herself.
Rob Harris also grows up near Baltimore as a part of a tight-knit family. He's well-rounded, a high school jock who also knows his way around computer systems. Handsome and polite, he's a hit with the ladies, but none seem special enough to settle down with. Until one night in June 1992, when he sees a girl on the dance floor.
She loved to dance. She would get out there and just tear the floor up all night long. And she was a very outgoing person.
Hi, hello.
That's the night Teresa meets Rob, a friend of a friend.
I don't have a chair.
Why don't you sit?
Oh, thank you. Wow, what a gentleman. I'm Teresa.
I'm Rob. How are
Nice
you?
to meet you.
He was very nice. He was calm. He was very quiet. He seemed to be a decent person.
I didn't know you had friends like this.
Rob balances her energy with a low-key mellowness.
It's very common that opposite personality types attract. So I'm sure he liked that she could be on stage when they were out, and she probably perceived his quietness as quiet strength.
He was a big lacrosse player in high school, and he's still in great shape. Teresa notices.
Very pretty.
Love blooms fast. Really fast. Within 6 months, Rob moves in.
I thought, well, he comes from a good family. I'm gonna, I'll go along with this.
Thank you.
There you go.
Also going along is little Ricky. He loves having another guy around the house.
Wrong.
Okay, I'm spent.
Alrighty,
All right,
okay.
see ya, buddy.
Rob participated in a lot of Ricky's sports activities and would go to a lot of his games and stuff. He had a pretty good relationship.
But now, Rob is recovering from a gunshot wound that missed his femoral artery by less than an inch. And Teresa,
I get a phone call. It was Rob's mother, and she said there's been an accident.
Teresa suffered 6 bullet wounds, 5 of them in her back, at point-blank range. She doesn't make it. Now Grandma has to tell Teresa's little boy.
What's wrong? Is Mom okay?
I just remember my grandmother going hysterical. Just crying so loud.
All he could say to me was, I'll be good. I'll be good.
It's alright, Ricky. It's gonna be.
I begged and begged and, told her I'd be good. I thought maybe if I kept saying it so many times that it would bring her back.
All I could do was hug him and hold him,
The person who took this little boy's mother away from him is still on the loose. To find the killer, cops scour the ball field, the parking lot, and surrounding neighborhood.
As we canvassed the area and we started walking the path to where we was told the suspect fled, there's a fence there that has a hole cut open in it. Just before going through the fence, a uniform officer looked on the ground and he saw a gold necklace.
It's the only thing the gunman took. Did someone really put 6 bullets into Teresa McLeod for a piece of jewelry that he later dropped? Or is there another reason the young mother died? Something far more sinister than a mugging gone wrong. Just before Teresa McLeod is to marry her fiancé, Rob Harris, tragedy tears the young couple apart. Baltimore police are trying to determine who killed Teresa and shot Rob in the thigh. The story is big news. The people in the quiet neighborhood called Violetville are turning on their TVs and locking their doors.
For this area, just looking at the crime map and knowing the area of Violetville, to hear gunshots coming from that area, that's not common, that's not normal.
So far, they only have one witness to the deadly assault, Rob Harris. When his gunshot wound is stabilized, detectives ask him to come in to give a full statement.
So let's start from the beginning. Can you tell me what happened?
Rob tells the police they pulled into the secluded parking lot because he wanted to give Teresa a surprise. A gold necklace he's hidden in the trunk.
As he went back to the driver's area of the vehicle,
So I got a surprise for you.
that's when he noticed an individual coming out of the darkness from the baseball field area.
Get out of the car!
He says the man snatched Teresa's necklace and without warning, shot Rob. When he screamed for Teresa's pocketbook, she hesitated.
Get on your knees! Hand me the purse!
Please, I don't have anything.
So he fired. Again and again. Then vanished.
This guy, he came out of the woods over here this way.
How tall was he?
Rob describes the shooter as a tall, thin African-American male wearing a camouflage jacket. But he doesn't remember anything else. It all happened so fast. By dawn the next day, the search for the killer continues. And that morning, word of the tragedy carves its way through Rob and Teresa's families.
Your mom is here. She wants to talk to you.
What's wrong, Mom?
Baby, I just need to talk to you for a few minutes. Why don't you take a seat on the bed there, okay?
What's wrong? They sat me down and they basically said, you know, there was an accident. Teresa's been shot. Well, what do you mean she's been shot? You know, at this point, you know, things are getting serious, and you know, in my mind, it's just swarming. Don't know what's going to come out of my mom's mouth next.
No! No! No!
I know.
No!
I just lost it. You know, I just stood up, started screaming.
It's one thing to lose a family member or loved one after a long, painful illness or because of old age. But to have a loved one ripped from your life through violence is traumatic to everybody associated with it. It brings up a survivor's guilt. Why didn't it happen to me? Why did it have to happen to her? It leaves us grieving, and an empty hole lies forever.
The day after the shooting, Rob can finally see young Ricky again, the boy he considers his son.
I remember walking in the door, and he was sitting on the couch. You know, I ran to him, and he hugged me.
I'm so sorry.
And he told me that he was so sorry, and that that he loved me, and that, you know, it was going to be all right. You know, we were going to be fine.
Wow, these are gorgeous.
As Teresa and Rob start dating, everything is fine.
She wanted a husband, but she's such a good mother. She's not going to choose a guy unless he's into children. Rob was, in some ways, the perfect partner because he fulfilled her needs and her son's needs. He was equally involved with both of them.
Maybe Rob is the foundation she's looking for.
Rob did come from a wonderful family, and he was surrounded by love, raised, you know, in a good home, you know, went to good schools, you know, graduated, did everything he was supposed to do in life.
Including meeting a nice girl his family would embrace.
There would be cookouts, and we'd go to parties. I mean, they got to be very close with the family.
I often tell young women, when you're dating a guy, you should also have a few dates with his parents so that you can understand really what their family dynamics are, because they're going to be yours soon enough.
Everyone loves everyone. The two families become one. And the two bringing them together, shy Rob and bubbly Teresa, couldn't be happier.
The relationship was very good. You know, they were getting along, they were happy, you know, hugging, kissing all the time.
There he is.
After 3 years of living together, Teresa starts hinting about marriage.
Look at that. That's gorgeous.
Aww.
Oh, I should try it on. Don't you think? Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Let's go inside.
She wanted to have a home, a mother, and a father for Ricky.
No, we got those dinner and...
Come on, Mom. This is boring. Let's go to that toy store over there.
Oh, okay.
Good.
And
the way Ricky and Rob love each other, it looks like it's going to work.
Fingers there, thumb around there.
One of my friends asked me, you know, is that your dad? And, you know, I believe I said yes.
Boom! Excellent. Good boy.
It was all coming together.
Remember that wrist.
But now, it's all torn apart. Police haven't found any more witnesses in the secluded area. Although they do find one piece of the puzzle. An empty magazine from a Glock 9mm. Yet, who fired it remains a mystery. So far, they're stumped.
During an investigation of this nature, you look at the 911 calls that come in before and after to make sure you don't overlook anything.
One call is odd, but promising.
There was a call with a black male who was reported to be undressed and running the neighborhood.
A mugger too high to hold on to a victim's necklace might also be someone who'd streak through a neighborhood. It's a strange lead, but one they need to follow. Because a little boy wants answers and deserves to know who stole his mommy away. After one marriage gone bad, Teresa McLeod falls for Rob Harris.
Boom! Excellent. Good.
Who has become the dad her son never had.
Look at that.
She wants to be with him forever. But wedding plans soon become funeral arrangements. Family and friends are sick with grief. The family is more horrified when the autopsy reveals details of the shooting.
One shot went into the palm of her hand when her hands were out in front of her begging.
Please, I don't have anything.
And the bullet came out her elbow.
She was trying to stop the bullets. It's terrifying. Tragic.
Police have a tip about someone who fits the shooter's description, seen streaking through the neighborhood after the murder. Is he just a derelict unrelated to the case? Or is he the man who killed a young couple's dreams?
Wow, look at the size of that cow!
After living together 3 years, Teresa really wants to make it official. Rob's reluctant at first, but he does love being with her and Ricky. The three just seem to fit.
Wow, look at that!
So Rob starts to think it might be time. And so, on Thanksgiving 1995, he decides there's no sense in holding back any longer.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Did you get everything?
Maybe you should check.
And he brings home an amazing diamond ring. A $10,000 rock.
Is this what I think it is? Oh my god!
Told you I'd get you a ring.
Oh, yes, you did!
It was humongous. It was big.
Do you want to try it on?
Mm-hmm.
This is what she wanted. She lived with him all these 3 years because she wanted to get married. This was so important to her. Now it was finally happening.
Oh, I love you.
But the sad truth? The ring is actually on loan from a jeweler friend.
I can't wait to show everybody.
Until Rob can raise the cash to put it on her finger for keeps.
Look, it won't be forever. I'll get it right back.
After the holiday, he has to ask Teresa to give it back so he can return it.
I'm sorry, but you know I'll get it right back.
Okay.
Well, she kind of, I guess, hated to part with it, but, I mean, I think she understood that anything like that should be in a vault and not on a finger.
I understand.
The engagement ring might have been on her finger only a couple days, but it's a sweet gesture.
I'm sure she felt disappointed, but she tried to act like she understood because she was not about to lose him. She now more than ever wanted to marry him because he dangled a ring in front of her.
I think this one's gonna be my favorite.
Ring or not, Teresa moves on with the arrangements.
Wow, that's really chocolatey.
It's really good.
She asked me, of course, would I be in the wedding, and I said yes.
Rob's mom and 2 sisters join Teresa and her maid of honor to plan. She's going to make the most of this and have fun with the women she loves.
Teresa wanted a black and white wedding. She was gonna wear her hair up. She even went and had it done, like at the shop, just to see if she liked it.
She's determined to have a perfect wedding. It's the one thing the normally frugal single mom wants to go all out on.
Thank you.
That's $12.
Well,
But Rob has a bit of a habit of going all out too often. Even though Teresa's the one bringing home most of the bacon.
hey Rob, how's it going, man? I know you're coming in tonight.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah, all of us are here. Oh.
Rob, what's going on, bro? Hey, how's it going, man? What's happening, man? How you doing?
Hey, you guys want some drinks?
Yeah.
All right. I got this.
Yeah, thanks.
A relationship thrives and does well if both people continue to put into it. Put into love, work, energy, time, and treasure.
Time to party, man. Right.
And if one person's putting all the treasure and the other person's sending it out, this is not healthy for the relationship.
The year before the wedding, Rob takes a job as a manager at an auto shop.
Look, not now.
It's long hours in a business he'd like to buy into,
You're always tired.
but he's still not pulling in enough to pay for his lifestyle.
You're working way
I'm working to make money for us.
What? Are you a volunteer? Because all your checks bounce.
He starts
Every time you
bouncing
go to the
checks.
bank, your rent bounce. Utilities bounce. Your
The money
phone bill
problems
bounce.
take their toll.
When are you gonna write a decent check?
And when it comes to murder,
Aye.
money is always a possible motive.
It's not uncommon for law enforcement to first look at the husband or the fiance or the boyfriend.
Police learned Teresa did have $150,000 in life insurance policies. But Rob wouldn't see any cash upon her death.
She had set them up so that her mother would actually be the beneficiary for the benefit of her son, Ricky.
So who shot Ricky's mom? And why?
What you got under there?
As Ricky and Rob try to come to grips with the loss,
I miss her too, okay? Come here, buddy.
the whole family prays for answers.
I'm gonna take care of you, okay?
Soon an anonymous call about a bizarre confession will shed a shocking new light on what happened that dark evening.
What are you doing?
Let's get married.
Just as Teresa McLeod is about to take love to the next level with Rob Harris, she dies horribly on the cold ground of a deserted parking lot. Police have no leads. They never do find the guy who streaked around the neighborhood that night. Then, 2 days after the shooting, they get the tip they've been waiting for from an anonymous caller.
The lady said, I have information about a murder. She was very nervous. This is the first break I had.
She says a guy she knows admitted to her and some friends that he was the shooter.
Hey, did you hear about the murder down the street at the ballpark?
Oh, yeah. The girl, she died, but the guy's okay.
I can't believe it happened in this neighborhood. So freaky.
I can believe it.
What do you mean?
I shot that woman.
Okay.
Give me a beer.
Get your own beer. What?
She gives an address for the man. Across the street from the park, the suspect ran through.
Well, now it has caught my attention. She said that the person that was responsible for this was a guy named Russell Brill. Let's describe Russell Brill.
He's tall like the shooter Rob Harris described, but he's white.
Although he's not a black male, but yet he is a person of interest because he could have been involved with this crime with a black male.
Door.
So from that, we went to the address that she provided us.
Hey, do you know a Russell Brill?
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, I need you to come down to the station. I need to talk to you about an incident that occurred the other night.
Russell Brill is a known lowlife from the neighborhood, a wannabe gangster who has the word thug tattooed on his neck.
Russell Brill was, by his own account, really a hustler. He would sell guns, he would sell drugs. Anything that came into his possession and he could make $1 from, he would sell it.
Just a few months earlier, in the fall of 1995, the talk was not of killers and witnesses, but wedding venues and flower arrangements. Rob's family is delighted they'll be gaining such a wonderful daughter-in-law.
They were all for the wedding. They liked Teresa. Couldn't help but like Teresa. She was bubbly, and if she could do something for you, she'd do it.
The bride-to-be had spent the last 10 years utterly devoted to Ricky. Now she's going to share that loving duty with Rob.
I was happy about them getting married. He was good to me. He treated me good. You know, he would go out and spend time with me, and eventually, I started calling him Dad.
But the young couple's money problems remain.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, babe.
Hey, I wanted to ask you a favor.
A favor? What's up?
Teresa would ask me a lot of times, Mom, can you pay the loan? Can you pay the electric bill? I would say, can't Rob help pay some of this? She'd say he doesn't have any money.
Does he have a job? Isn't he working?
And I would ask her, well, where is his money? If he's working, where is his money? What's he doing with it?
All right, how much is it? Teresa probably thought on some level that Rob was building, and it wouldn't always be this way. This was temporary.
She believes Rob is working hard trying to buy into the auto shop he manages.
Hey, girls.
She's totally supportive, actually taking out loans and giving the money to Rob in the lead up to the wedding.
I'm gonna go with the guys for some beers.
Okay, have fun.
I'm a little short. Can I borrow $40?
Yeah, that's fine.
But not everyone is thrilled about that wedding.
I wanted to be happy for her, but when you see somebody's being used and it's a close friend of yours, you just don't. I didn't have the feeling there that I should have had for her being my best friend and her getting married. He was taking advantage of her for the fact that he's supposed to be helping her pay the bills, and his checks are bouncing, and then in return her checks are bouncing, which is costing her more money.
And Rob starts making bad choices for a family man. With a gun he says he needs for protection at work.
Is that loaded?
Robert Harris, by his own admission, would sometimes come in at the end of the day, leave his gun on the living room coffee table, out where young Ricky could get it.
Get it off the table.
That was a problem for Teresa.
Oh, it's fine.
No, it's not. You can't just leave a gun in front of a kid in my house. Are you crazy?
Seen my guns before. He's not going to do anything with
No,
it.
you can't just leave them out here.
You lay them out on the table, and at the time, I thought that was the coolest thing. I didn't know any better.
Perfectly safe people.
His male ego, his bravado, was more important than his urge to protect a child. It was ego. Look at me, I could be an involved dad. And I'll leave a Glock on the table.
Teresa's brother also starts hearing about the nights Rob goes out alone.
Oh, welcome back.
It turns out there's another woman.
Tequila.
I had approached my sister and told her that he was cheating on her, and she said, I don't want to hear it, She would just tell me, I don't believe, or it's not your business. She just didn't want to hear it from nobody.
Teresa was hurt by her first relationship, her first marriage that ended up in infidelity. And when rumors started to surface that Rob was unfaithful, she went into complete denial. She couldn't even believe it. She was in love with Rob. It was going to be the traditional marriage that she had envisioned. It was going to work this time, and she was not going to hear about any cheating stories.
The stories are true. But when she hears them, Teresa doesn't confront Rob. She gets mad at her brother for spreading rumors. When Ronald comes over to try to patch things up with Teresa,
Look, I told you weren't allowed over here.
Rob won't have it.
I'm talking to sister.
Let him in.
You're pushing.
Stop it.
I basically told Rob that he was a cheater, he was a liar, he was a deceiver, and he was going to get what's coming to him sooner or later.
Get out of here. Go.
Rob pulls his gun.
I thought he was going to shoot me when he first pulled it out.
He drops it,
Oh, you're a big man now.
but it's never far from his hand.
Go home.
Get out of here.
Just go home. Stop it. Shut up. Don't
Teresa is furious, but once again, it's at her brother.
Fine.
leave.
Get out.
Go.
She tells Ronald to leave and never come back.
And it hurts me knowing that she died and we never got a chance to reconcile that, straighten that out, make it good.
This is ridiculous. Another bounce check.
Dana is also worried about her friend. She talks to Teresa just hours before the shooting.
Teresa,
And just kind of told her, you need to open your eyes.
you see what he's doing? He's spending your money going out of the bar late at night. I think you should rethink this marriage.
She got upset with me, and she accused me of being jealous of her relationship with Rob and the fact that they were going to get married.
Rethink this marriage?
I'm just looking out for
No,
you.
you're not. You're just jealous because you're not getting married and I am. That's all it is.
I guess she was trying to say that I was jealous because that's what I wanted, and that's what she was doing.
Rob clearly had an ability to manipulate people. Somehow Rob was able to convince her that they were telling lies about him, and he was able to keep her close.
You're unbelievable.
She loved Rob, and she was unable to see that all these conflicts around her were red flags.
Trying to solve Teresa's murder, detectives interrogate Russell Brill.
You're here today because someone told the police that you shot that lady.
And they're surprised when suddenly he admits he did do it.
Shot him.
Russell's statement was he made Teresa get out of the car.
Get out of the car.
Grabbed the necklace from her.
Stop it!
Get out.
Shot multiple times. And then he turned and shot Rob and fled. That was his initial story.
Case closed, right? Wrong.
I'll be right back.
It's Russell Brill's second story that truly stuns the cops and reveals the ultimate betrayal and the real truth about who killed Teresa McLeod
What are you doing?
and why.
No!
So you're admitting you shot her?
Suspect Russell Brill surprises police when he first admits
Yeah, both of them.
he shot Teresa McLeod and Rob Harris. He gives up the murder weapon, a Glock 9mm, which matches the bullets and magazine found at the scene. But it's not at all the end of the story.
I'll be right back.
In fact, this is where things take a most bizarre turn.
We ran the serial number, and the weapon came back registered to Robert Harris, the other victim in this investigation.
The gun is Rob's?
I know the gun that was used was registered to Robert Harris.
When pressed, Brill admits he hadn't told the whole truth.
It was his idea.
In fact, Rob Harris actually set up the attack on his fiancée, hiring Brill as the hitman.
Why did you say you helped him?
Look, I was afraid to tell the truth. I'm afraid of Rob.
Brill first took the blame, because he's terrified what Rob will do to him if he rats him out.
Get out of the car!
The African-American shooter Rob originally described never existed.
Don't shoot me.
It's a complete lie. The motive? Cash. It turns out, weeks before the murder,
Yeah, like I said, I just want to put him on, the life insurance policy.
Rob encouraged Teresa to make a change in her life insurance.
We're getting married, so...
Teresa called the insurance agent while Rob was present.
Okay, yeah, that sounds perfect.
She asked the insurance agent to change the beneficiary to Robert Harris.
Okay.
Rob thinks he's getting $150,000. It's enough to start a new life with the other woman, who doesn't even know he's engaged.
Appeared the driving force was American greed. Just greed. Just to be able to do the things he wanted to do. Now he can put his plan of action in place.
According to Russell Brill, Robert Harris knew Russell Brill was short on money and was looking to see if he was interested in doing this murder for hire.
How'd you like to make 20 grand?
$20,000?
20 grand.
Russell Brill initially was shocked.
Rob offers him $20,000. Brill's never killed before, but 20 grand is 20 grand.
Easy money.
You got everything worked out?
I got everything planned. All you got to do is shoot her. You gonna do it, right?
Robert Harris told Russell that they were going to have to make it look like a robbery.
All right, I'll do it.
This is all you need.
That Russell Brill was going to have to shoot and kill Teresa.
I'll talk to you later.
All right.
And that Russell Brill was in fact going to have to shoot Robert Harris to make the robbery look real.
They set up a place to do it. A secluded parking lot. And they pick a date. January 26th. That night, Rob tells Teresa he's getting a necklace for her. But the open trunk is really a signal for Brill.
Russell Brill's testimony was very compelling. Russell testified how
Get out of the car, lady.
Teresa was pleading for her life, how she was terrified, and she was crying.
Please?
Russell said when it was really happening, he knew looking at her,
Please, don't shoot
he didn't know this woman, she hadn't done anything to him, that the reality set in, that he was going to take this lady's life for no reason at all. The human side of Russell set in.
It was at that point that he turned to Robert Harris and said, I can't do this, Rob.
I can't do it, man. What are you talking about?
For one brief moment, she glimpses the truth. Her fiancé wants her killed.
You know this guy?
And if the hitman won't do it, he will.
At that point, Robert Harris got very angry. He walked over, took the gun from Russell Brill, shot Teresa, shot her repeatedly, and in fact shot her at such close range that there were contact wounds in her back.
Rob had to look in the eye the woman who he lived with, who he made love to for 3 years, and shoot her stone cold dead. This was a man with no feeling.
At that point, Robert Harris gave the gun back to Russell Brill and said, now finish the job. Shoot me, shoot me.
You ready?
Do it.
At trial, prosecutors reveal a surprise about the insurance money motive.
Yeah, like I said, I just...
When Teresa made that call in front of Rob, the agent wanted to make it as simple as possible for Teresa. Not something to worry about when there's a wedding to plan.
He said, do me a favor, wait until after the wedding. Everything will calm down. We'll be able to put your correct legal name on everything else. Let's wait until after you're married to change the designation of the beneficiary.
Bye-bye.
Teresa ended the phone call
It's done.
and made Rob believe that the change has now taken place.
You're on the policy.
Come here.
which becomes instrumental to Rob.
The ultimate irony, Rob Harris doesn't get a cent. At trial, he tries to convince the jury he was only selling the Glock to Brill that night, saying Brill didn't want to pay. So Brill shot both him and Teresa. The jury doesn't fall for it. They find him guilty.
I hadn't overcome a rage, being 10. I've never, felt it like anything like that before. I guess it's because I cared about him and looked at him as a father, someone special in my life. And I just kept thinking about when I walked in the house and hugged him, what he was thinking. He's sitting there hugging me and telling me that he's sorry and everything was gonna be all right. But in the back of his mind, he murdered my mother. I just remember I kept thinking about that. I still think about it today.
The trauma of losing a parent at a young age is one of the worst traumas that can ever happen to a human being. But then to find out that their death came at the hand of the other adult that they trusted is the deepest sense of betrayal.
Robert Harris is sentenced to life without parole.
Never did I expect to hear that Rob Harris murdered my sister, murdered his fiance. Never in a million years. Personally, I think jail's too good for him. I think they ought to just put him in a room with me and Teresa's son and let us deal with him.
For cooperating with police, Russell Brill draws a lesser sentence of 30 years.
I think about all the time how much different my life would be with my mother here. Just all the things she's gonna miss. My kid, my marriage, my wife. It just hurts.
Teresa never got the wedding she dreamed of, but her son does. He marries the love of his life in 2012. Once upon a time, Diane Delia and Bobby Ferrara are basking in the limelight, happy and in love.
They were that picture that you see when you want to visualize like the perfect couple.
But soon, their relationship evolves into a bizarre love triangle.
The definite tragedy of life.
The story in itself is a very crazy story. I don't know if you could ever call a murder routine, but it was a very different story.
For this couple, the honeymoon is over. Bobby Ferrara and Diane Delia are finally getting married. These New Yorkers are no ordinary couple. The bride is transsexual. But Bobby can't wait to be her man forever.
It was like the captain of the football team and the head cheerleader, They were that picture that you see in your head when you want to visualize like the perfect couple.
Everyone's thrilled for them. Their closest friend Vanessa even bought the wedding bands for the ceremony.
They just were such a good couple. It just always seems so wonderful.
So much.
Weddings are a ceremony. They're a ceremony marking something. And what are they marking? A new beginning. This is a chance to start over. This is a chance to begin a new life for Bobby and Diane.
But that new life is cut short. When just 2 months later, on the nearby Hudson River, trouble rises to the surface.
2 workmen, they were having their lunch and they saw something floating. They called the police. They were requesting detectives at the foot of 28th Street Pier. There was a floater. That's police terminology for a body in the water.
Looks like the dock master's actually moved.
The first responding officers pull the body onto shore.
When I got there, the body was still wrapped in a yellow blanket, tied with rope. We did search the body. There was no identification, no wallet, no money, no jewelry.
Police can't tell much yet. Just that it's a woman with 4 bullet holes in her head. Detectives don't know who she is, or that she once was a he. Newlywed Diane Delia was actually born a male named John Delia. He grew up singing and dancing, flamboyant from the start. He had a difficult childhood, never quite fitting in.
Being a gay person in adolescence with emerging sexuality is tough enough in this decade. But could you imagine the 1970s? I'm sure it was really rough on him. I'm sure he had big questions about who he was and what he was supposed to be.
As an adult, when he starts hanging out in gay clubs featuring drag shows, he realizes he's most comfortable where gender gets into a gray area.
Thank you guys so much for coming out to my show this evening.
In the 70s, Manhattan is the center of the glam disco scene, where all the rules are thrown out the window. John's drag show soon makes him a local celebrity. He's especially known for his spot-on impersonation of Diana Ross.
If Diana Ross disappeared off the face of the earth, he could step right into her shoes and no one would know it. We were at Studio 54 one night and people were actually thinking that he was Diana Ross. And I was like, oh, I can't believe this. They think you're Ross. And he was like, shut up. I am. I was like, okay, you are.
Some see John as a boy, some as a girl. Either way, John is a ball.
The most vivacious, outgoing diva with a capital D that you would ever want to meet. Once you met her, you'd never forget her, ever. Whether good or bad, you would never forget her.
John and a small band of fellow drag queens make whichever club they go to the club, whether dressed as guys or girls.
From the minute you saw one of us coming through the door, you knew the other 2 were right behind. They knew once we walked through the door, we ruled that club. It was like they parted the seas when we walked in.
Drag queens are loved in gay clubs. It was a great place for him to act out his sexual orientation.
He's a rising star with loads of friends. Yet John still feels like something isn't quite right. He's not sure if he should keep dressing up as a woman or actually become one. Bobby Ferrara has always known he's gay, but there's a lot of pressure not to be, especially in the 70s. Hoping for a new path, he joins the Navy.
Bobby probably joined so he could have the ultimate expression of heterosexual male machismo. I'm gonna be a man-man.
What's going on? How are y'all tonight?
But he quickly realizes it's not for him. He goes AWOL and finds his true calling bartending in New York's gay clubs.
He knew a lot of people as a bartender. He was very friendly. Everybody knew him. Everybody liked him.
Bobby was the guy everybody wanted to date. He was tall, dark, handsome, laid back.
He was just an incredibly warm human being.
But as with John, something's missing.
If only he could come out with a partner who he was really attracted to, who he could also take to the world and not suffer discrimination.
And then, one night, John, the performer, spots Bobby, the bartender.
I think when John and Bob first met, I know it was love at first sight for John. John just fell head over heels. He said, that's going to be my husband someday. I'm going to marry him.
As they begin dating, Bobby's found his place, and John's happier than ever. But now, newlywed Diane Delia, the person once known as John, has disappeared from Riverdale, New York. Bobby and their closest friend Vanessa tell Diane's mom they last saw Diane out partying 3 weeks earlier, wearing an all-lavender outfit with matching shoes. What they don't know yet is that over in Manhattan, investigators have pulled the body of a young woman out of the Hudson. And she's wearing a lavender outfit.
They had no identifying documents of any type on the body to make a determination as to who this body was at that time.
An autopsy begins to provide answers. The victim is in her early 20s and was shot at point-blank range. Police also discover that the woman was not always a woman.
They also make a determination that at one time this body was not a female, that at one time it was a male who had a sex change operation to become a female.
At the autopsy, the medical examiner also discovers something that might help identify the victim. A cartoon bunny tattoo on the shoulder. Finally, a detail to go on. With a tattooed transsexual victim found in the Hudson, detectives know the logical place to focus the search for an ID is in the tightly knit gay community in Midtown.
When I found out she was a he instead of a she, I immediately thought it was a local person from 12th or 11th Avenue who somehow got in trouble and wound up in the water. Something local, never thinking what was to come.
What is to come is an escalating series of bizarre twists and stunning surprises. How did Diane Delia go from fabulous newlywed club goddess to an unidentified murder victim floating in the Hudson River? Who put her there? And why? The answers lie in a provocative story of love, identity, betrayal, and unexpected violence. Newlywed bride Diane Delia, a transsexual woman born John Delia, has been missing from Riverdale, New York for 3 weeks. Her new husband Bobby, her best friend Vanessa, everyone who knows her, they're all worried. Unbeknownst to them, Manhattan police have recovered an unusual murder victim in the Hudson River, 15 miles from where Diane was last seen. At this point, the cops know 2 things. The young woman is a transsexual, and she has a cartoon bunny tattoo on her shoulder. Bobby and Vanessa hear about the discovery. They go with some friends to ID the body. It's a horrifying sight.
I mean, you couldn't really recognize her. She was in the water for a week or 2, wrapped in a blanket. She was very leathery. There were no eyes. It wasn't a pretty sight.
After Vanessa saw it, she just turned white, ran out of the room.
The new groom is stunned. He's lost his wife just a few months after they wed.
He was upset, crying. He didn't handle it well. He was a wreck.
No one wants to believe that their beloved Diane is gone. Vanessa makes the difficult call to Diane's father.
She says, a body floated up down on Pier 23, and they think it's John because of the bunny tattoo. I said, oh my God. I was beside myself.
How could a person so wildly alive now be lying there, dead? Even before he became Diane, John Delia always had a performer's personality.
John's mother was accepting right from the get-go. Had no qualm with it at all. I think she knew before even John knew.
The way they interacted, it was like one being. She wanted him to succeed, and she did everything she could for him to do that.
John's mother would give John anything. I mean, as far as her jewelry, her clothing. John didn't fit in her clothes, but John fit in her minks.
Hey, can you turn the music down?
Things are different with Dad. It's not unusual for a conservative father.
I think Mr. Delia, John's father, was a little more difficult for him.
He loves John, but it's all just out of his comfort zone.
I sort of wasn't that interested when I heard that he was with this gay business. And I sort of started to shut myself out with him and his mother. And I started to blame his mother for the way she was treating him and bringing him up.
With his mother supporting him, it was easier for John. And he began to experiment with women's clothing and eventually grew up to be a drag queen.
He simply comes alive in New York's vibrant drag scene. Although still a man at this point, he's got the most glamorous dresses, the highest heels, the boldest makeup.
Coming out to my show tonight.
His career has taken off and he and Bobby are solid. He knows that Bobby is the man for him, but he's still struggling with his gender identity.
Some men are born chromosomally, anatomically, as men, but they feel that they're in the wrong body.
John had been thinking about going for the complete sex change. It was kind of an on-again and off-again thing.
Life with Bobby feels right, but something still nags at him. Then a year into their relationship, Bobby gets caught for going AWOL. When Bobby goes to military jail for a 4-month sentence, John is left alone. He starts to think a sex change really is his destiny. Two months later, John meets a young woman named Vanessa Kingston. She's a gorgeous socialite who pulls up in a brand new Cadillac.
John's first comment was, "So, must be nice driving around in Daddy's car."
Oh no, baby. That's my car.
Right away, John's eyes opened up. "Oh,
my name's John."
They hit it off right away. Shocking everyone around them, the two begin a torrid affair.
Sexual attraction isn't just about anatomy, it's about seduction. She wanted to seduce him, a gay man. That can be intoxicating. Remember, John loved to be loved. He loved the audience, he loved the limelight. And then to have this rich girl from the Upper East Side, an uptown girl, coming down in her fancy car, throwing her money around, that was exciting and sexy to him.
He was in this role now where he's going to be the boyfriend, and she loved it. She just absolutely loved it.
John rethinks the sex change and starts learning how to pleasure a woman.
They did have intercourse, they had sex. He could come out of the room and say, "Oh, she just did this to me and I just did that to her."
Vanessa indulges him with spending money and lavish drag costumes.
Hey, Dad, you in here?
John's family loves Vanessa, especially his father, who believes she's helping his confused son straighten up.
Dad, Bruno. Vanessa, hey.
And when I first met her, I thought butter would melt in her mouth. She was a cute little kid. She came from a very good family. Figured they were going to get married.
Is this the girl for John?
Vanessa wanted more than just a friendship. She wanted him. She wanted to marry him.
These are all beautiful.
Let's wear that one. Let's definitely wear that one tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Love it.
Guess who's back?
But then, Bobby gets out of jail and breezes back into town.
Oh my God, how are you?
And once again, John's topsy-turvy life gets drawn in a different direction. Bobby is his true love.
John didn't let anybody or anything stand in his way, not even Vanessa, when it came to Bob.
Poor Vanessa.
She still wanted to be an important part of John's life. She did everything she could to make sure she did not lose her place.
Vanessa sticks around as a best friend. And John and Bobby's relationship gets back on track.
John decided he wanted to become a woman so he could marry Bob.
Bobby's never been fully comfortable being gay outside the club scene. If John gets the sex change, Bobby can love the guy he fell for, but be with a woman. Vanessa offers to finance the sex change operation. She might be losing him as a lover, but she's determined to keep him in her life. John's father just doesn't get it.
So what kind of a girl is in love with a guy and gives him money to have a sex change? I mean, it's all Greek to me. I can't figure that out.
Still, everything seems to be falling into place. John flies off to Colorado to pull the trigger.
This is what she was going to do. She's in the wrong body. She needs to do this. I'm not happy the way I am, and she went ahead and did it.
I got a call from my son, John. He said, "Dad, it's me, John. I'm in Colorado somewhere. I had a sex change." I said, "What?" I was hysterical. What do you mean you had a sex change?
Now physically a complete woman, she takes the name Diane, in honor of Diana Ross, whom she still impersonates in clubs around New York City.
She was so proud. It was like a whole nother person. She was no longer John. John was someone reaching to be whole. I think after the operation, she had that. She was finally whole.
Bobby and Diane are together in a way they've never been before. And Vanessa remains a dear friend. Maybe the tumultuous relationship among these three vivacious people is finally leveling out.
They were always together. They would do things together. They would go to clubs. They would go out to eat. They would go on trips together. It seemed at that point that they all had this agreement, and it seemed to work out.
But now Diane's dead, and those who love her are devastated. No matter how she lived her life, she didn't deserve to die like this. Soon, a sparkling engagement ring and some fabulous shoes will help police uncover the truth. 2 months after an unusual wedding, transsexual bride Diane Delia is found dumped in the Hudson River, shot to death. She's left behind a legion of mourning fans and her new groom. Her complex life cut tragically short. Through insect evidence on her body, investigators determined Diane was killed in a wooded area before being thrown into the Hudson. She was found wrapped in a yellow blanket. Her shoes and ring are missing. There are no fingerprints to point toward her killer.
The case is going to have to be solved the old-fashioned way, getting out, hitting the streets, talking to people.
But none of Diane's many loved ones seem to know anything. Detectives do get one possible lead when they talk again to the grieving groom.
He asked me if his wife's ring was found. I said there was no jewelry found on the body. He said she was wearing an engagement ring and it's missing.
Bobby has a hunch about the ring.
That's what he said to me. If you find who stole my wife's ring, you'll find who killed her.
They hope Bobby's right, and the ring will lead to whoever killed Diane, who had just begun coming alive as a woman. She successfully transitioned her once romantic relationship with Vanessa to a friendship. And she's back with Bobby, the love of her life.
Together, they made a great couple. It was like they would finish each other's lines if they were having a conversation. It just always seemed so wonderful.
I think I like these right here, don't you? Do you like that one right there?
I love
Let's try that one on.
They want to make it forever and decide to marry. But Bobby can't afford the kind of ring Diane truly deserves. To show her support, Vanessa takes the happy couple on a shopping spree. The perfect engagement ring is on her. For Diane, the perfect ring is 3 white gold bands with 7 sparkling diamonds. Diane is thrilled to have her lover and dear friend supporting her journey. It's a non-traditional arrangement, to be sure, but with these 3, their bizarre love triangle seems to work.
Are you nervous yet? A little bit?
Just breathe.
Today is your day of being spectacular. It's all about you, girl.
Bobby and Diane plan their wedding to be a small family affair at the local courthouse.
Come on, Vanessa. Okay, how about right here?
Diane has never felt more love.
You're gorgeous. Oh, look at the happy couple.
Diane wanted to marry Bob more than anything in the world.
Bobby and Diane exchange vows, promising to love, honor, and cherish each other forever.
When I'd heard that Bobby married Diane, I was surprised that Bobby married a woman, but I was not surprised that Bobby married Diane.
She was just very excited. Her life was falling into place now. She got the man of her dreams, she had the wedding she wanted, and now her career was going to take off, and she had her little circle of close friends that she trusted.
But someone has betrayed that trust. Police struggle to find out who killed Diane. They turn to those closest to the victim, including her husband and best friend. They certainly have an unusual 3-way relationship.
Love triangles are as bad as 3 little girls on a play date. They always involve fights. There's someone at the top of the triangle that the 2 other people love. And there's always room for conflict down here between the other 2.
Detectives know husbands are often involved, but there's nothing at all pointing to Bobby.
I didn't think Bobby was violent in any way. And he was just a very mellow kind of guy. Really pleasant, really nice.
What about Vanessa, Diane's closest friend and former lover? It seems impossible. She's always been so devoted to Diane.
She did everything she could to make Diane happy and to give Diane what she wanted.
So, could it have been a stranger? Friends do say Diane's big personality did rub some people the wrong way.
Blonde. Go blonde. Don't you think blonde? How's she gonna go blonde?
And she had a fiery temper.
Why don't you queens stop being so loud and shut the hell up sometimes?
Oh, no, she Darling, I suggest you shut your mouth before you get punched in it.
She was a boisterous person. She would start a fight on a drop of a dime. Had no enemies, but she'd start a fight.
Perhaps one of those people Diane stood up to got fed up and killed her. But who? Investigators are frustrated. They have no exact time of death, so they aren't able to grill suspects about potential alibis. And they don't have physical evidence beyond the blanket she was wrapped in. Police find it hard to pull information from some of Diane's group of friends. The tight-knit subculture of drag queens and transsexuals can be difficult to penetrate. Answers come slowly. Bobby had said if they can find Diane's missing engagement ring, they'll find her killer. And soon, police will find out he's right. A week after the body of transsexual bride Diane Delia is identified, her family plans a private funeral service. Since no one knows who killed Diane, they decide to make the funeral just for immediate family. Not even Diane's husband, Bobby, or best friend Vanessa is invited. So they gather together for support and to watch what they can.
We watched the funeral cars go by, and as the cars went by, I had Vanessa on one side of me and Bob on the other side of me. And we're watching, and they're like, I can't believe they're not going to let us go. I'm her husband. I should be allowed to go.
Diane's mother has the crypt engraved Diane Delia to honor the woman John Delia became. It's hard for Mr. Delia to accept.
When I went to his funeral, he was buried as Diane Delia, which I was infuriated. I went crazy up at the cemetery.
Even after her death, Diane's parents still fought over her gender identity. The mother putting the name Diane on the headstone and the father being angry, wanting his son John's name there. In the end, she rests in peace with the identity she chose.
But who killed her? Police slowly get insiders to reveal that things weren't perfect in the complex relationship between Diane, Bobby, and Vanessa, starting when Diane was John and dating Vanessa.
John loved Vanessa. Vanessa loved John. Vanessa loved John in the sense that husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, sexual intimacy, where John loved her as a friend, as a sister, someone to confide in, someone to go shopping with. I don't think that quite sat well with Vanessa.
She seemed to support John's decision to become Diane, even paying for it. But she never really accepts her new role as just a friend.
I think somebody really special tonight. The most important person in my life. And I want you to know them as well. Mr. Bobby Ferrara.
It changed after John was changed. After John became Diane, then you saw the strains on everything. Even with Vanessa and Bob, the quarrels they would fight.
Hey, handsome. Looking for a good time?
Look, I'm not looking for a good time right now.
And insiders say Bobby also has a tough time adjusting to life with Diane after the wedding. He rejects her sexually. He misses the company of men.
I should be all that you need.
No, you're not!
Bob was gay. I mean, you're gay for a reason. You want a man. I think Bob was caught between a rock and a hard place.
Bobby says he needs to continue seeing other men. He's gay after all, but doesn't want Diane to see anyone else. In frustration, Diane moves out of the apartment she shares with Bobby and moves in with Vanessa. This is just days before she vanishes. It's a complex tale with many moving parts, and police aren't any closer to figuring out who pulled the trigger. Detectives compile witness statements to piece together the timeline of the last night she was seen alive.
I'm sorry?
Diane goes out with Vanessa and some friends to their regular spot, a diner in Yonkers. It's a great night, until Vanessa sees Diane with her beautiful new friend.
I'm sorry?
Diane was making out with another girl in front of Vanessa, and she got very upset about it.
That was Vanessa, but that's how Vanessa was. She wanted something,
Vanessa.
and if she didn't get it, that's when all hell would break loose.
As they say, hell hath no fury.
Vanessa, what is going on right now?
Vanessa got enraged over it. She went to Robert Ferrera's apartment and demanded all of Diane's clothing because she paid for them. She didn't want to see Diane dressed up like that anymore. She says, I'm not giving any clothes back. They're clothes I paid for, and they're mine.
The triangle is collapsing. Vanessa's enraged and filled with envy. Bobby's off seeing other men. Diane is at the top of the triangle going, "What happened here?"
That night, Diane stays out with friends, hoping to just have fun, like the good old days before it got so complicated.
This is Gary.
Friends tell police late that night Diane gets a call.
I think it's Bobby.
Bobby says he knows where some stolen DJ equipment is, and he has promised a friend he'll get it back. He says he really needs Diane's help.
All right, Bobby. This is gonna be the last time. I'll see you in a few.
Diane asks her friends to drop her off at Bobby's place, where Vanessa had just gone to take back all the clothes.
You know you're more than welcome.
I know, I hate to rush out on you. I hate to rush out, guys. It was so nice meeting you. It was so nice meeting you.
After that, nothing. Until the river. Police are narrowing in on what happened to her in between those times, but they need evidence. Bobby had mentioned that finding Diane's missing ring might lead them to the answers. On a hunch, detectives check a pawn shop next to the Yonkers diner Diane, Bobby, and Vanessa frequented.
I spoke to the owner and asked him about this particular piece of jewelry, and I described it to him. And I had Robert Ferrer's name. He said, "The ring you're talking about, Robert tried to sell it to me early in October. I bought it from him."
It means Bobby had the ring after Diane disappeared.
I'm thinking I got Robert in a big, big lie, and I don't know how he's going to get out of it. So I brought him into the station house. I said, "Robert, you lied to me. You told me your wife had the ring." He said, "I couldn't tell you the truth because I knew it would look bad for me." Look bad for you? It makes you look like a killer.
But in this story, nothing is simple. And before the whole truth comes out, the most bitter betrayal will come to light. Police believe Diane Delia's new husband, Bobby, was involved in her murder. But they have no evidence beyond a pawned wedding ring and no witnesses. Months pass with no arrest. Then, 3 months after the murder, investigators get a break when a friend of Bobby's named Giorgio gets busted for drugs. Hoping for leniency, he offers up information on the Diane Delia case.
I killed her.
He says Bobby actually confessed to him that he and Vanessa killed Diane together. But it's just one statement. Police still need physical evidence. And it starts to show up. Just after Giorgio talks, some of Diane's drag queen friends tell police they recently went through Diane's costumes at Vanessa's apartment and found Diane's lavender pumps. The ones everyone says Diane was wearing the night she disappeared. How could Vanessa still have them? Then, Gary notices another important detail when he recalls Diane was found wrapped in a yellow blanket.
I noticed that the blanket that Vanessa had at the foot of her bed was missing. And I told the police that she used to keep that same color blanket, same style blanket at the foot of her bed, and it's not there anymore.
So took him down and showed him the blanket. He says, "It looks like it's the same blanket."
The two detectives that were on the case, they did a fabulous job. They found out the blanket that they wrapped them in was bought by her mother 25 years prior to that. They traced the rope. It was from the mother's house.
The rope, blanket, the shoes connected to Vanessa. The ring connected to Bobby.
Somebody's not telling us everything they know.
In January 1982, 3 months after the killing, police charged both Vanessa and Bobby with the murder of Diane Delia. It stuns everyone.
I think the last people that we would have thought had anything to do with it would have been Vanessa and Bobby.
Sensing the cops were narrowing in on him, Bobby Ferrara had attempted suicide in a motel, but he was saved and is arrested after he recovers.
You know, he actually seemed relieved. He really seemed relieved.
I guess it's over.
He says it is over.
But it's not over yet. Prosecutors still need to prove it in court. The prosecutor's theory is that the crime begins to unfold when the love triangle between Diane, Bobby, and Vanessa falls apart after the wedding. Vanessa's motive? Prosecutors claim jealousy. She's obsessed, and Diane had pushed her too far away. And Bobby's? Wanting to get out of a marriage to a woman he never should have entered into.
All right, okay, thank you.
Prosecutors build their case on Bobby's confession. He says that on that night, he lures Diane to the apartment where Vanessa is waiting. They drive her to a rural area by the river, telling Diane they're going to retrieve stolen DJ equipment dumped in the woods. Bobby tries to pin the murder on Vanessa and tells police that as they walk, Vanessa pulls a gun from her purse and without warning, shoots her former lover twice. Bobby says he thinks Diane is still alive. So he takes the gun and shoots her 2 more times to put her out of her misery. But Vanessa claims she's innocent and fights the charges. Her attorney paints a glowing picture of her to the jury. He emphasizes that she's an educated nurse who is a productive member of society. She couldn't be more different than bartender Bobby.
Bobby had nobody there in the courtroom from his family. Vanessa, on the other hand, had her mother and her father and her cousins, and then midway through the trial, there was a young man who I was introduced to as her fiancé. She had a wonderful lawyer. He didn't. He had a court-appointed lawyer who was shocked by his client's lifestyle.
In the end, the jury rejects Bobby's story that Vanessa was involved. After deliberating for 4 days, they return a not guilty verdict for her. Bobby doesn't fare so well. He is found guilty, and the judge sentences him to 20 years to life. He goes to prison, and Vanessa goes free.
Here was the daughter of a doctor who was working as a nurse, who had a stable income and a stable job. And then there was the gay bartender who was living with the transgendered guy. And I'm sure there was a lot of prejudice and discrimination around this. So it was a lot easier for the jury to connect with, understand, and sympathize with Vanessa.
For some, the verdict is not satisfying, but it's finally over. Still, there's no good explanation for Diane's death.
Nobody knows. The only two that know are them. You know, we all could surmise, we can guess, we can say we heard this, we heard that. The only two people in this world that know exactly what happened that night is Vanessa and Bob.
It was a very bizarre love triangle, and as bizarre as it started, that's how bizarre it ended.
After serving 25 years, Bobby Ferrara was paroled in 2008. Vanessa got married and had children. She now lives in an affluent suburb. Diane's family and friends still feel her loss and wonder what life would be like if she were still alive today.
I miss my camaraderie with Diane. I miss my friendship. I miss her every day.
You know, I think he missed out on the best times of our lives. Because before they started, he was gone.
Some think the tragedy destroyed Diane's mother.
Mrs. Delia passed away a year later, and I truly believe it was from a broken heart.
And for Mr. Delia, the impact is just so painful, even now.
It's a little difficult for me to say.
No matter how complex relationships are, family is still family. And no family member should be ripped away like this, ever.